Here we have our beautiful wild venison fillet from the Artaric estate in Argyll. So for our marinade, we've got some Rocket Monkey roastery coffee and some lovely Chianti. And then we also are popping in some star anise, thyme, garlic, juniper berries, and some Caroline green peppercorns, as well as carrot, celery, and onion. So for our coffee rub, we've got star anise, rosemary, blackthorn sea salt, and Caroline green pepper. Obviously, it's a coffee rub, so we have Rocket Monkey coffee as well. In pestle and mortar, we're going to bash up the star anise, and then we're going to add in some of the lovely peppermonger's Caroline green peppercorns, sprig of rosemary, giving everything a really good bash with some blackthorn salt, which the abrasive action just helps to break everything up. And then we are going to add a couple of spoonfuls of some finely ground Rocket Monkey coffee. Give everything a good old mix, make sure it's all really well combined, and then we're going to get our venison out of our marinade. So it's really important that the venison is at room temperature before you do this, so take it out of the fridge probably a good hour or so. And then the other really important thing is that the venison is completely dry. We don't want any of the marinade left on the surface, so give it a really good dry with some kitchen paper, just to get rid of all that excess moisture. And now we're going to really generously cover this lovely venison fillet with our coffee-based rub, making sure that it's just stuck to all the sides. Give it all a good rub in. So we want to get some oil in a large heavy bottomed pan, ideally one that's going to fit in your oven if possible, so you don't need to transfer to a tray, but it's not the end of the world if you don't have a pan big enough or small enough even. And then once the butter and oil are nice and hot and sizzling, pop the venison in, and we want to sear it on all sides just to get a lovely brown colour on that crust. So probably 30 seconds or so to a minute, just depending on how hot your pan is, but certainly pop it in, make sure your pan is, pretty hot when you start. Then we're going to add some more herbs and some more rosemary, some more garlic, a bit more butter, baste it. Butter is always going to make things taste delicious. Venison is such a lovely lean meat and with very little fat that we try not to overcook it and really look after it as we go. So now we're going to transfer the venison into the oven. If you're using a regular oven, I'd have it at 180 degrees C, and we want to keep a really close eye on this because we don't want to let it go over. So we want to cook for rare to medium rare about 52 to 55 degrees Celsius, but also remember that it will continue to cook as it rests. So if needs be, take it out a little early and pop back in if you need to. And we're going to let the meat rest for about 8 to 10 minutes. Now here we are using the marinade and then the deglazing the pan to make a lovely sauce to go with our venison fillet. So once you've let your venison rest, we've let ours rest for 10 minutes, then you can slice it up as you like. We like slightly thicker sort of medallions rather than a thin slice, and there's certainly plenty here for 2 or 3 people for a really, really delicious meal. So we're just serving our venison with some boulangère potatoes that have been slow cooking in the oven, and also the lovely earthy tones of some beetroot, which goes so well with the venison fillet. And also celeriac puree, some tender stem broccoli, and our delicious sauce. We are incredibly excited to bring you a range of gift boxes this year surrounding this stunning product. All of our venison is taken straight off the hills surrounding the Artaric estate in Argyll. This is done using traditional stalking methods, is truly wild and a quintessential taste of the Scottish Highlands.